Hello! Just a quick message in case you've ever made mistakes, which like who hasn't, right? But I'm speaking to a specific group here, which is when you know you shouldn't be doing something, not because of morals, not because of learned mental stuff. It's just like pretend. Let's exaggerate so it becomes really obvious, and then we take it into the real example. We could say, let's say murdering someone, right? You don't really need to read the Bible or any of these religious texts like that pretend that you are inherently inferior and not complete and enough. Therefore, you need some sort of teacher above you. And listen, I'm like a singing teacher, I suppose. So I'm not saying having the humility to let someone teach you is a bad thing. In fact, it's a good thing. But the texts, they tell you to not do something. And let's keep the really hardcore example so it becomes transparent what we're trying to dismantle here. And they're like, okay, don't murder people. But like, what if the person wants to murder? This is like, it's like, no, but like, just don't. Well, there's people who, they can just quit cigarettes, right? And then there's other people who try for 20 years. So what are you saying? Like, the one who's been trying for 20 years is more stupid than the one who just quits? I'm not saying that, but I think they are saying it even if it's happening at the subconscious level. And what do I mean by this? It means like energetically, that is what's taking place. So it's not like you have humility, like you find your guru and that resonates because like, oh my God, like he's speaking like straight to my soul or something. That's cool. That's the cool type of humility and accepting your teacher as your teacher or whatever. And that is necessary for the relationship to give its fruits, we could say. At the same time, that's not what's happening with religion. It's more like school. It's like you don't choose your teacher through resonance because you're vibing with them, which is how it should be. No, it's like you're forced to accept some retard. Like I'm not trying to bash someone who is unconscious. But from the perspective of my ego at the time when I was 14 or 15, it's like I know better than some of these teachers and I need to accept that they're superior because authority or whatever, or I'll get punished, worst case scenario. So, it's like, yeah, let's equate them, or religion maybe tries to pretend that equating that type of discipline is the same as having humility. But it's not, because one is literally treating you as retarded pretty much. So that's not what I'm talking about. So that moved out of the way, we can focus on the topic. So what if you want to murder someone? In my case, it was like porn addiction. Like I already knew that I knew that I didn't like it. We could simplify it at that, because anything that I say could just make you think of moral teachings and like morality and learned teachings, or try to prove to me why it's bad, or this type of talk, which I'm trying to avoid actively, because it's just like exactly how you find a teacher that resonates for you. This is like the opposite. Like you find that this thing hurts you through resonance, like you're not resonant with it. So it's like you don't have to think about why you're not killing someone, because you maybe transcended that 25 lifetimes ago or whatever, right? Because it's just like obvious. Like you don't need to read the Bible to not watch porn. And yeah, the Bible is like lust is evil, and so you could be like, well, so they were trying to help you. It's like not really, because like I still wanted to watch porn, and all that I could hear or read in those books is like how you're going to get punished and then you get into religious psychosis because like, oh well, like wait, God put the desire in me and now he wants to punish me for blah, 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 and you just go insane. But the cool part that I'm realizing is that once you start seeking your own path without letting the evil powers from this world make you think or convince you that you're so small that you just need to listen to other people blindly, because yeah, they're cosplaying as God, like they're cosplaying as the light, but it's just like people from this earth, like regurgitated text from this earth, so, and translated and edited so many times. So when the time comes to sort of hit rock bottom with an addiction that hurts you for spiritual reasons, for because it's not just physical, I could say, like sure, we could say porn hurts me physically because it destroys my nervous system, but and here's a trick that the mind will try to often play or try to do on me and succeeded many times, which was like try to equate something. So we could say masturbating for me, it hurts me physically, especially if I like ejaculate, right? But it doesn't hurt me spiritually. It's like more like if I were having or making love with a true like twin flame, as they would say now, or something like this. It's like almost like God wants the relationship to take place. Well, it's a different energy. You're not going to get psychotic attacks if you're sensitive afterwards, like because like it's good, like yeah, like God put that desire in you, so enjoy, right? But then the evil like ego or whatever, it was like, oh, so wait, if that's good, and well, then porn has to be good as well. Like try to like get it inside the, through association, we could say, sort of like if you meet someone and you love this person, you trust this person, but then they bring in a new friend and you can perceive that this new friend is evil. Again, not through judgment, but because you're aware of your intuitive power, and you can just see it. It's not like you're judging him. It's just like he is very shady, and I don't feel like, comfortable. It's not like I'm going to judge him or like, it's not this type of ego where if he hypothetically is like, please forgive me, like I don't want to be evil anymore. Then you'd be like, no, I won't. Like you deserve eternal. No, it's like that's religion. But then you start to ignore your own intuition because like you trust your original friend, so like you should trust that the other person, even though your intuition is saying he is not to be trusted, is like, well, but he, like you trust your friend, so, and he's friends with that friend, so it's like I should trust him. So you try to override through association what your body is telling you, and this is exactly what happened to me with porn. It's like all these mental speeches about like how sexual shame is bad, right? Because I was always like anti-religion, we could say, and the ego obviously will use that against you. And I mean, it's fine to be anti-religion, like I don't like it, look at the etymology, right? But like it can even, the ego mind can even use that to get you to do things that you are not in resonance with. And here it gets real interesting. It's if you're super unconscious, which I'm assuming you couldn't be watching this video, but if you are, there's the slight chance that you don't know yet, because you haven't gotten to know yourself that much yet in meditation, so you don't even know. And this is crazy, right? But like it is true from my experience, of course. You don't even know that you're not okay with watching porn. So you're so hypnotized by the Matrix and its teachings that you genuinely feel, and this is totally possible, that you're doing something good by watching porn, for example. Again, not that good and bad exists, but I'm saying good like for me, And later on, I could just discover that I'm not resonant with it at all, because it's like, just, it makes me feel bad. We could simplify it like that. But I was so dissociated when I was like 21 or whatever, that I didn't even know. I was like, the dopamine sort of overrode, like overwrite, I don't know, overwrote. That's maybe what I want to say. All the bad feelings that were for sure accumulating in the subconscious, right? Then you go to meditate and you know yourself more and more, and you discover, like, I'm not okay with this. And you can say technically, if we're going to be mathematical about it, because I don't want to sound religious, right? Because it's like, why are you saying porn is bad? Like, that sounds like religion. Let me try to at least be mathematical about it. There is the possibility that someone could get to know themselves so much, and then they discover they are okay with porn, or they are okay with porn in certain cases, maybe if they pay the model and they are really sure that there's nothing shady going on in the industry, and then in that case, like, for that soul discovers it's okay, and it's okay. Yeah, totally. I'm not dogmatic, obviously. I'm just saying, like, my experience, and like, what else can I say, right? So yeah, it could happen that you get to know yourself more and more and more, and as you are brought out of the delusion, maybe you want to stop or you don't. I don't really see this happening a lot, but like, again, I'm extremely sensitive or whatever, so I will understand if someone is like, but yeah, it's, to me at this point, it's like it became, as I think I've said before, it became like self-harming, right? Because I realized through direct knowledge, we could say, that, let's say, in past lives I was a woman and I was abused or filmed without my consent, and maybe that was posted or not, I don't know that much, but I just know, I could feel it. So I was like, what the fuck am I doing, you know? It's like really obvious. I just clarify all this because I don't want to sound dogmatic and tell you blah, 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 blah. You shouldn't do anything, because that would be like exactly what I hate about religion. So that's not where I'm coming from, and hopefully that was communicated correctly. So what if then, you know, in this sense, I could finally get to the point of the video. I mean, you have to preface, not because of you watching, which I'm sure you didn't need all the clarification in a sense, but it's like potentially like someone could need it. So whatever. So what if you know you're not okay with it, and it's in this sense, it's like personal almost, and you still do it, right? Like what if? Then the demons will like really hit you with their whip and the stick and convince you that you should go to hell, because it's like, well, at least you were unconscious before, like, you know, like you were literally retarded and you had like like literal shit in your brain from so many years of being in the matrix and not meditating, we could say, or whatever, all that karma, however you want to see it. So yeah, he gets the pass, but you're like a conscious piece of shit, aren't you? Because you already knew, like deep down, you all this thing I've said, right, about my past lives or whatever, like you. So you're like literally Satan now. Like it will sound like that, and to an extent, the ego mind will have you validating it, because it will, like, mathematically irrefutable. So you could get stuck for a lot of time, which happened to me as well, until you realize that whether you did it or not, whether you were conscious or not, the demons, like, or the ego, its only purpose is to survive and to torture you as well. So there's little examples that I could provide that made me begin to break out of the spell or the illusion, for example. And it's sort of like that whole Bible, maybe, I think it's called separating like the weeds from the corn, or the wheat, sorry. Not the corn. Yeah, I watched a lot of corn, sadly. And that almost ruins me permanently. But I'm good. I'm on the other side, so I can share. They didn't kill me. Okay, fuck you guys. Okay, so I want to share some of the things that made me start to realize that I deserved this unconditional forgiveness, we could say, in the sense of even if you were like conscious, right? It's like, why'd you do it then? Because like it's one thing if you're like fully asleep and you start murdering people. It's like, well, it's not your fault then, because like you are literally a zombie. So it's like, who's there to blame? Not saying that they won't torture in that case, like they will also do it. So yeah, the ego mind. So it's not like a free pass card or whatever. Like maybe someone hears this and they're like, oh, so I can just go be retarded because like he's giving me a free pass because I never meditate. It's like, no, like seriously. I know that's how the ego mind works. So I was like, oh yay. It's like guilt-free doing something bad, we could say. But like it will catch up to you, because like if it's something that makes you feel guilty because that guilt is actually internal, in the sense that you're doing something that actually doesn't resonate with you, and it's not like the learned guilt from religion, then eventually it's going to catch up to you, no matter what anyone says or what anyone like you hear, and you're like, oh, maybe I can use this as an excuse to do it, and like a free pass card or whatever. Like sadly, it's like, yeah, I mean, try if you want, but like if you can avoid it, I recommend avoiding it, because the consequences are dire, in the sense that it's obvious, isn't it? If for you it's like self-harming, then it's like, should I even give you an explanation of karma about self-harming? It's like unnecessary. It's like it hurts, like that's it, you know. So yeah, the ego mind will try to make it slow, but if it doesn't make you feel guilty, then it's good, because blah, blah, blah. It's like, if you can hear it's too mental, it's a red flag, and the red flag means go meditate a lot and try to find what you really feel about it. So I started cracking the ego mind in the sense of, it's such a stupid example, because clearly I had a lot of sexual trauma, so all the demons used any failure of mine in that regard. We can say if I relapse with like cigarettes or something like that, the ego mind will be like, or I don't struggle with cigarettes particularly, but I remember my ego mind read some girl on Instagram. She said the phrase relapsing with cigarettes, and my ego mind was like, what? Like relapse with cigarettes? Like it's not that big of a deal. Something like that, like condescending. And it's funny because like you don't know, like even if what my ego was saying in that moment, which was extremely condescending, was true, just hypothetically, we could be like, yeah, but you can't know. Like if you're inside her astral body and etc., then it's like maybe you feel how she is being punished by her ego mind by the cigarette relapse, and you realize it's as severe or more severe than what you're going through with your own addiction. So obviously it's stupid, and the ego mind can use anything to torture. It doesn't matter how light you consider it or severe you consider it. And this really became apparent to me, you know, because if the girl has a lot of karma with cigarettes, maybe I don't know, say in a previous life, just making shit up, her husband died through cigarettes, and then she felt guilty, like whatever, like something really traumatic. Then she's going to be like tortured by the demons when she relapses with the cigarettes. So even if to you or to me in that moment it felt like, oh, that's kind of like easy, whatever, like it's not that big of a deal. Like, have you tried porn addiction? Like this was the type of ego that I had in that moment. Then like you can't know, and the demons know though. So if I had sexual trauma, it will use that to extents that will seem laughable, I think, to other people. For example, even if I was trying my hardest, we could say, not to relapse and just to keep my sexual energy, because I also noticed that it's physically healing to do that for me. I sometimes relapse while I was sleeping. I think I mentioned this example a lot, and I woke up feeling so guilty. And you could be like, it's like so obvious that it wasn't your fault. It's like, doesn't matter. Like the trauma demon or whatever is like, I don't know, like it doesn't matter that it wasn't his fault. Like I need some energy, and I'm going to get it by making him feel like shit. And I conceded because I had no way of knowing. I was like, I should have like slept differently, you know. So that actually helped me in retrospect to begin to realize that no matter how hard you're trying, or no matter how conscious or unconscious, they will torture you. So what happened today was I finally realized that even if you were conscious and you knew, in a sense, or you felt that you shouldn't be doing and stuff, you still deserve to be forgiven. It's like no matter what your addiction or problem or case is, you wish you didn't have it. So that has to mean something, you know, because the demons in the worst moments, they were telling me like you want to watch, you know, it's like abuse or weird and shady and it's your past life or whatever, right? But you still want to do so, you're a piece of shit. It's like, yeah, and I said, like, I could almost hear my soul saying like, yeah, but I don't want to want, you know? It's like, that's got to mean something. That has to be like the real you. So don't let them convince you. Now, if you're trying your hardest and you know in your heart and you're not using it like any justification to indulge or whatever it is you're struggling with, I can only speak from experience, but I know this applies to everything. So I'm telling you, you do deserve. It's like, if there was no language, we didn't even need to talk about these things. Like, you need forgiveness. It seems like, you know, it's like need. So I meant deserve. Like even the etymology of deserve is kind of gross, but it should be obvious, right? But sadly, it's not. So hope that resonated. I love you.